So somebody asked me about sleep paralysis and whether they should open their eyes. This is a very important point, and you should definitely not open your eyes if you get sleep paralysis. If you ever get sleep paralysis, you should probably watch this video. I'm going to explain exactly why. So before we get into that, make sure to subscribe. And if you didn't already know, my name's Steph. I teach people how to lucid dream and raise their vibrations. I have a free video training in the description, which will show you some of what I teach in the Lucid Breakthrough program. So go and check that out. Link is in the description. Very good training if you are struggling to lucid dream. I can almost guarantee that stuff, even a couple of the things I'll share there, will make a difference to you lucid dreaming. So where do we begin? Well, sleep paralysis, like I've said many times, it's natural. Everybody has it. Everybody experiences it every single night. They're just not usually aware of it. It's the same as dreams. Everybody dreams, just not all of us remember them. So it's nothing to be worried about. But if you become aware of the fact that you have sleep paralysis and you're like in the experience and you want it to end, you should definitely not open your eyes. If you open your eyes, what's going to happen is you're going to become hyper aware of the situation, and it will reinforce the paralysis. Basically, you won't be able to move, and it will be so much easier to remain paralyzed, which is, from what it sounds like, that's not what you want. It sounds like that's not what the person who asked this question wants. Nobody ultimately wants to be in sleep paralysis. It's quite uncomfortable, quite scary, and it can make lucid dreaming seem more out of reach. It's kind of discouraging, actually. It discourages you from wanting to learn more. So what's the solution then? Well, the only other option you have is to keep your eyes closed. When you keep your eyes closed, you're firstly more likely to enter a lucid dream, which is the ultimate goal. And then secondly, you're less likely to actually try and wake up. Basically, if you keep your eyes closed, you're probably going to fall back asleep, or you're going to drift back into dreaming, either lucid or not. But if you open your eyes, it's almost certain you're going to wake up. But before you wake up, you're going to have that scary kind of, it feels like a lot longer than it is, but it's really just a few minutes, that scary few minutes of sleep paralysis. But the good news is it's very easy to avoid this, and to avoid sleep paralysis in general. And all you need to do is to keep your eyes closed and don't move. If you don't try and move, then it won't feel scary that you can't move. It's only when you become aware of the fact that you're in sleep paralysis and then you try to open your eyes and try and move, that's when you kind of freak yourself out. I mean, of course you do. If you suddenly become aware of the fact that you can't move, then all you're going to do is try even harder to move, and then that's going to freak you out because you realize you can't move and you're trapped. And it just becomes this kind of reinforcing negative spiral. Far better to just remember. And so as soon as you get sleep paralysis, just remember, this is normal, I'm safe, and I don't need to do anything. I don't need to try and move. I'll wake up when I naturally will wake up. There's nothing to try and force. And if you remember that, then there's ultimately nothing to worry about, because you know you'll wake up. And then worst case scenario, you wake up. Best case scenario, you stay asleep and lucid dream. It could be worse. So I hope this has helped. If you ever get sleep paralysis and this works for you, let me know in the comments. And make sure to watch my breakthrough training. It will explain how to lucid dream much more often. And I explain a tip actually that is part of how the ancient Egyptians were able to lucid dream so easily. It's a really interesting thing, and not a lot of people know about that. So check out the training below, and I'll see you next time.